Much better performance by Derby County today as they come away 2-1 winners versus the Spanish side at Real Valladolid. It was a very even first half, Valladolid taking the lead after an erring cash-in error. Second half was much more open and much more physical, and Derby County fought their way back into it with 2 goals in 2 minutes from David Ozoh and Kane Wilson. We're going to get into all the key talking points from today's game in just a moment, but before we do that, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're so close to 1,000. We're on 999. We went over the 1,000 mark and then back under it, so make sure you hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for all of my latest Derby County and EFL Championship and League One content that's coming over the course of this upcoming season. But should we get right into it? So, as just mentioned, Derby County came away as 2-1 winners, and we started off the game in a different system to one we've played so far this season, and it comes off the back of some comments from Paul Warne at the back end of the previous game versus Barnsley, where we played sort of a similar style at points, and we started off in a 4-3-3 formation, and I actually think that's better for the players that we have available to us. Obviously, we're still missing, in my opinion, a proper number 9, like a target man, hold-up striker sort of thing. Yes, obviously, there's Jerry Yates, but he can't play for the first 3 games. But we don't have anybody other than him. Obviously, there is Collins and Washington, but I personally think they're just going to be squad players this season. I think we're going to be looking for much better than James Collins and Connor Washington to improve this squad. Now, we started off with Vickers in goal, a back 4 of Niambi, Cashin, Nelson and Callum Elder, a midfield 3 of David Ozoh, Kenzo and Ben Osborn, and a front 3 of Mendes Lang on the left, Bark Hazen on the right and Caden Jackson through the middle. Now, I personally think that's probably the side we're going to see next week. I think the only one that's probably really up for debate is probably Josh Vickers if Zetterstrom comes in, and Callum Elder for Craig Forsyth. I think the rest is probably pretty much nailed on. I would obviously, you've obviously got Ebou Adams, didn't feature at all today, was named on the bench, but according to Dom Dietrich of Radio Derby, wasn't on the bench, was sat in his tracksuit with some of the other players. So that's a bit of an interesting one. Has he picked up a knock? I'm sure we'll find out in any post-match press that the likes of Radio Derby or Rams TV do today. But as I'm recording this, we have not yet heard that. But for me, it was a much better performance than in all the other games. Obviously, I've said it before and I'll say it again, we can't keep having the defensive lapses that we had. Obviously, we've had them at Chesterfield, we've had them against Shrewsbury, we had them against Barnsley, and then obviously to give away the leading goal to start off with for Morrow was a defensive error. Cashin trying to bring the ball down, gets dispossessed and they're through one-on-one. Callum Elder can't get back in time, Vickers can't get out to it properly, and Nelson's sort of out of position. So it's another goal from a defensive error. And if you remember last season against Wigan and both Oxford, we conceded from defensive errors at home. Now, obviously, those can easily be ironed out, and it's important that we get them ironed out for Blackburn, because I think Blackburn is a real opportunity for us to start our season well. Obviously, there'll be a full match preview for that on the channel, probably on Wednesday evening, heading into the game on Friday night. We'll put together a squad prediction and all things like that. So, obviously, there's lots to talk about with this performance, because I think attacking wise, I think it was very good. I thought Kenzo looked really nice on the ball. Ozoh, absolutely incredible so far. If he can carry on playing how he's playing into the season, I don't think we'll have any problems in midfield. I think he's probably then a nailed on starter. Obviously, if you go back to last season, Ebou Adams had no competition for that shirt as the ball winning midfielder and the ball progressor, but now he does with David Ozoh, and David Ozoh can do it all. He's quick, he's strong, he wins the ball, and he can progress it up the pitch really, really well. He's got a nice pass on him as well. And if you think you've then got the likes of Kenzo and Ben Osborn, who can step up that little bit higher in the middle of the park. Obviously, I think Paul Warne would like another creative spark in the middle. If you have not done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below or in this top corner to stay tuned for all of my latest Derby County and EFL Championship and League One content that is heading your way over the course of the upcoming season. Let me know down in the comments as well what type of videos you want to see. We will be doing a main focus on Derby. They're going to be all the main videos, but we'll also have the Championship and League One stuff, fixture reviews, fixture previews heading into the weekend. We might even do some manager talk, player talk and stuff like that as the season progresses. But let me know what you want to see down in the comments. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next part of this video. But we just have to work with what we've got at the moment, and that front three, I think it's going to interchange quite a lot. Obviously we had Jackson, Mendes, Lang and Barkhuizen up there. I personally would quite like to see Dejan Brown start, because he's a proper number 9. He's big, he's strong, he's quick. I think he could probably do more of a striker's job than Caden Jackson will. But obviously we'll have to wait and see how Paul Warne addresses that situation, because that's something we've got to address for the first 3 games. I do believe Jerry Yates's red card from Swansea counts the cup game against Chesterfield as well, so I believe he's only out for Blackburn, Chesterfield, and I want to say Middlesbrough. I think that's the 3rd one he's out for, so it's going to be interesting to see how Paul Warne does that. I think the midfield is pretty nailed on. I can't really see Tomo or Tyrese Forner or even Ebou breaking that midfield 3 at the moment, because it looked really good today. It looked really sharp, and you're just going to build connections as you play more and more together. Obviously, it was good to see Tyrese Forner back on the pitch, and I do hope he can break into the first team and sort of stick in and around it. Obviously, it's been a while since we've seen the likes of Jack Thompson and Darren Robinson. They've probably been sent back to the 21s, or maybe even potentially be getting geared up for loan spells. Obviously, there could be obviously an opportunity for Dejan Brown to go out on loan, but I get the impression if we don't bring in another number 9, that we won't let Dej go. And I do think that's the right decision. I do think he can offer something for us. He didn't really get the opportunity in League One, but I do think that if you give him an opportunity, like today, I think he only got half an hour, but I think if we go through the season and Dej is in and around it, it's obviously going to get more than half an hour as games progress. And I do think he would be a massive addition to that attacking setup off the bench. If you think we'll probably have, when Yates is available, the bench will probably be like Colo, Brown, Barkhuizen, Blackett-Taylor. Then you've got 3 other slots. You probably chuck in a midfielder, a wing back, keeper, sorted. You might not take 2 strikers, you might take 2 strikers, it all depends, but I think you can obviously chuck Fozzie in anywhere, centre back or left back. If you take a midfielder, you've got Ben Osborn, who can, if he starts, he can move to left back, left wing back, so you can bring another midfielder in. So you've got those sorts of things that you need to sort of look at as well. Now, I do think that this squad is developing quite nicely. You can let me know your thoughts down in the comments, but I do think we're heading in the right direction. The rumours suggest that Zetterstrom will play tomorrow for Djurgården, and then he'll come and join us, but we'll have to wait and see if that happens, wait and see when that's announced. Hopefully that comes next week. That's what I'm expecting, so you'll have to let me know what you think on that one. Obviously there's got to be talks about other players as well, because we still need a few in a few other areas. Still looking for a centre back, a striker, probably even a wide man. So it's one of those where we're just going to have to see what happens. Now, if you have enjoyed the game today and you have enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button as well, as we're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. We're really close to doing it. We're on 999 as I record this video. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and I'll catch you in my next video. Make sure to go and find me on TikTok, pictured here, and Twitter, pictured here. These are the places where I'll keep you all up to date with all my upcoming videos and my thoughts and feelings around the Formula 1 and football weekend.